I worked at IMAX for 17 years there, and I learned how to do like insane Photoshop stuff. About over a year ago now, I would just be on Instagram and I would see people posting these insane pictures, and I'd be like, "What is this?" So I became a creative partner with Runway, and but it doesn't happen to much, it's
Yeah.
rare that it happens. So I felt really lucky. There's like all these different motion presets. This one's moving in and out.
Hey guys, it's James here from AI Mode, and I'm here with Kelly Boesch, and she is a TikTok star. One of the biggest accounts I've ever spoken to. 300K, is it now?
It's over, yeah,
Yeah.
like 305 or something. Crazy.
Yeah, that really is quite mental. Okay, so where should we start then? Where's your graphic design career, and where's it all began? When did it start?
I've been doing Photoshop since it first became a thing, and I've been interested in graphic design. They didn't have that when I went to school. It was a little bit after my time. And so I'm also completely self-taught. I taught myself Photoshop. I'm like a tutorial junkie. And so I learned Premiere and After Effects and Final Cut, and I mean, you name it, Illustrator, InDesign, everything. So I learned everything, all these programs, and I worked at IMAX for 17 years in film production and then marketing, and I used to do a lot of graphic stuff for them, and then I left IMAX and then eventually moved to Nashville for 4 years. And I was like, I just was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And so I got a job with this company called Advent, where they made these big giant like posters and stuff for stadiums, like sports. It was all sports stuff, like giant football players and text on the walls and everything. And I got like really, really good because they kind of teach you while you're working there. And I learned how to do like insane Photoshop stuff. Anyway, so that's how I kind of got into my graphic design work, like what I do for my day job, which actually carries over into the AI stuff really nice because I can manipulate the images. I can make these great videos because I have all this background in Adobe. So it's sort of just blended nicely together, being a graphic designer and then getting into AI. Maybe by next time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I wonder where we can go next then. So what can you talk about your graphic design career and how you're using AI, like Photoshop, generative fill, all those sorts of things. Where have you found it's useful?
Well, that's the main one. I mean, before I would have to, especially sometimes I work for some film stuff, and you do movie posters, and you have to expand. Like you used to have to create, like, get pictures from all over and rebuild these things, or even just shoulders from a person or the top of a head, like all the stuff you used to have to manually rebuild it, and it would take hours.
Oh yeah.
And now it's like seconds. I mean, it's changed all of our lives like that. Like I can't even imagine not having it now, how we survived. And it's gotten so good, like you can't even tell the difference anymore. And so I use it every day in my graphic design work. And I also use it for in Illustrator. You can create vectors now. You can tell it what kind of vector files you want for something. They're not great, but sometimes you get something that you need. Or like I mean, I use it like sometimes I have to have a specific um, stock photo that I just can't find no matter where I look, and then in Mid Journey will make it in 2 seconds. And before you would have to kind of create it, or you just could never get that. Now you can get exactly what you want. So it's really made my life so much easier working
Mm-hmm.
wise.
So I haven't had time to play around with Illustrator's generative AI yet. I've used the Photoshop one. Like when you say the results are what could be said as varied, what do you think? What they like?
Well, you might say I need an icon for like a train or something, and sometimes it'll come out really good, like close to what you want, and then sometimes it just looks wonky, like it's not quite as good as like Photoshop generative AI yet, but it's getting better. Like sometimes you just need a vector that you can't find online or something. It has to be a vector file, meaning it could be blown up to as big as you want. It's a certain type of file.
So how did you first get into AI then?
Well, about over a year ago now, I would just be on Instagram and I would see people posting these insane pictures, and I'd be like, "What is this? Like, what are, I mean, how do I figure this out? How do I learn it?" And no, back then, like the artists, nobody wanted to tell you, nobody wanted to help you. They were all real secretive about it. It was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that took me forever to figure out how to find Midjourney, then how to set it up through Discord all by myself. And I was like, this is so hard. Now thinking back, it wasn't really, but when you didn't have any help. And so I started, just doing Midjourney images and stuff. And I think it was when 5.0 was out, and it was pretty bad, but back then it looked really cool. And
Mm.
so that I made it a mission to like want to help other people so that they didn't have to go through what I went through. And now I notice a lot of other artists are helping people get set up. And then when I started finding out that they were starting to do AI video, when I saw Runway, I immediately got into that because I love doing video work. I've done music videos and all kinds of video work over the years. And I'm obsessed with video, AI video now. And so I became a creative partner with Runway. And so I get free access to their app, and I get like early access to anything new that they're releasing. And so now I pretty much only do video. I create images a lot of times and then I'll animate them, or sometimes I do text to video if I'm trying to go for something more realistic.
Mm.
But
How do you
that's
find
kind of how I get into it.
how do you find text to video in Runway? I personally haven't done it much. I did a few tests and I was like, oh, I'll stick with Midjourney.
Um, Actually, it's gotten better. Sometimes it's kind of crappy. I think sometimes with people it's not as good, but like I was trying to do driving cars. I made like a fake play car commercial one day, and I made all these cool cars. I was trying to get them to drive, and they wouldn't Runway wouldn't animate them driving, but then I did text to video and they came out insane. Like the cars driving down the road were so realistic, and you could just say any background or any type of image and it was working great. So for stuff like that, or for aerial shots flying over something, are insane. And anything without people, and you can get some good people things, but like it's great for anything like landscapes or buildings or anything like that. That does really well. You can even try to do like time lapses and slow mo stuff.
Hmm.
Just play around with that. Pretty good.
Interesting. Yeah, I have to play around more with that then. I'm actually writing a book on Runway actually. With just
Oh,
yeah, me and another person, Christina Ardelin, and we're calling it the Essential Guide to Runway for the moment. But I don't know how much that's going to change because we do want to write a section on Midjourney, but they haven't asked us to do that. They've just asked us to do the video side of it.
okay.
Yeah, so I was playing around with it just the other day because it's one of the few features that I haven't used very much.
There's
But
so much that it does. I use the green screen feature a ton because you can upload a video and just tell it to pull out the person, and it does it so fast. And then you have a green screen of that person. Like if you're going to do like a dance video, I've been playing around with Lens Go, where you upload a video and then you give it an image prompt and it kind of changes the video. It's kind of fun, something different.
mm,
And so Runway pulls that um, person right out of the background. So easy. It's great.
yeah, it is. It's pretty quick at like masking. I think you call it all
Hmm.
chroma key. I can't remember exactly
Yeah,
the way.
masking, right?
Yeah, yeah. All AI mode content that you see on LinkedIn is also on our YouTube channel. You can scan the code on the screen. Hey guys, it's James here. So, are you at creating AI video or AI images? If so, this is the place for you. So, each month I do a competition where there is a first place, second place, and third place winner for each category. So, if you enter your video, you can send me up to 3 videos. Only use the form that's on the screen right now to enter your video for best video, right? Don't send me, I know some of you send me WhatsApp messages and LinkedIn emails, Facebook sometimes. Please don't do that. Please use the form, because otherwise I'll forget that you sent it to me, because I get so many messages about this sort of stuff that I can't always remember what everyone's sent me, and I've got a bad memory. If you want to enter your image for the best image, you can scan the code that's on the screen right now. Again, you've got until the end of the month to enter, so that's the end of this month as well, by the way. I know I've just announced entries for another competition, but that was for June. So let's say like you enter by the end of month 1, people have got until the end of month 2 to vote for you. Some people still keep voting past this date. Sometimes I go into the form and I'm like, why are people still voting? I've announced the winner already. Why are people still voting? Anyway, so if you ever want to see the entries for any of the previous competitions, you can go to the link that's on the screen right now. Just go and scan that, or type in the little bit.ly link or whatever I put there. That's where I put all the entries, is there. So it goes out on my personal YouTube, 2.6k, goes out onto the AI mode YouTube channel. I've got 20 subscribers, not many at the moment. Goes out on the AI mode LinkedIn page, got 300 subscribers on there at the moment. Goes out on my own profile, I've got about just under 5,000 followers on there, and then I also post into groups as well, so you're tagged in all of the posts. So don't think of this as a competition, just think of this as a little bit of advertising for you, because your name gets mentioned, your work gets seen, your name is right next to the video as you see it, so it's very easy for people to vote for you. If you want to send the voting link to people, I thought I'd put it in here to make it easier. Just scan the code that's on the screen right now. It'll take the person to the place where they need to vote, and again, same for the best image, they can vote there. Yep, that's it. So if you're interested in taking part or just having your work advertised, then please get in contact with me. You know, I give out awards every month to people, so this is good to have on your CV. You know, if you're out of work right now, it's good for that. And also, it's just good for your personal profile. I mean, I'm not like mega influencer or anything like that, but I do post it into a lot of places. So I post it into groups, post it on my own profile. Get shared, you get tagged. You know, this is like a good ad for you if you're looking for work. So there's also that, and plus, you know, it's just good to keep your face being seen on LinkedIn. This is how you get work. All right, until next time, I shall see you soon. Good luck in the competitions, and vote for other people, please. Read the rules, please read the rules on those links. Thank you. All right, bye.